Okay, so with the movie, it comes out Thursday, right?
Thursday, 6 o'clock is when the doors open. The actual movie begins at 7.
So now it's Palace Theater?
Palace Theater, right on James Street.
And it's free for everyone. I know somebody hit me on Facebook and asked if you needed to have tickets because they wanted to see it.
No tickets. See, the reason it's free, I feel like this film, it is from the people of Syracuse for the people of Syracuse. Therefore, it's free for the people of Syracuse. That's what this is all about. It's a screening for the cast and crew specifically that I'm opening an invitation to everyone from Syracuse and the surrounding areas to come along and join us.
Well, that's great. So it's the premiere, like the people that are in the movie haven't even seen it.
Oh yeah, some of them are showing up in limousines and everything. It's going to be sick. Real stunting.
So now, okay, I know about the movie because I actually make a cameo appearance in there as me, which is interesting. I'm a character myself.
One of my favorites.
But here's the question: just tell me the premise of the story, what it's about.
See, if I was to say the premise is that the planet Mars is on a crash course with Earth, it would almost confuse you because Mars really is just what they call the elephant in the room. It's really about the fact that there is one day left to live. The story takes place on the last day. It's about various characters and how they spend that day and how it defines them, which is a big word. It all stemmed from a poem I had wrote before I wrote a word on page for this movie, and it went, like a lover will find love, like a fiend will find a fix, like a warrior will find war, the end will define you, which really means it's about self-discovery. If you were to ask yourself, you have one day left to live, what would you do? It's going to tell you a lot about who you are and what you're made of, and that's what this movie is really about.
So, and it takes place here in Syracuse. It's about Syracuse.
Yeah.
It's about the last day, period.
Yeah.
But just focused on people in Syracuse.
Yeah. I thought that it's what I call a small perspective of an epic event. You know, it's an end-of-the-world movie, but the thing that makes it different is this isn't a 2012 watching the entire world come crashing down. It's a character story. This is about people. And those people happen to be located all throughout Syracuse, New York. And it's cool because Syracuse it's almost like a character in the film. Especially if you're from Syracuse or familiar with it, you get to watch your city all flipped and twisted and turned upside down on a crazy post-apocalyptic level. And it's a lot of fun.
So, and everybody in the movie is from Syracuse.
Not everyone, not from specifically, at least from the surrounding area. I have some actors from Oswego Theater. I have, but mostly, yeah, people from SU, people from Syracuse Stage, Paul Robeson Performing Arts Company, there's so many people involved. There's about 90 people in the film. Really? And I pulled every string I had to get any really passionate, talented artist involved with this thing. And because this isn't just about me and like trying to be a filmmaker, all this stuff. I wanted to use everything I had, which wasn't much, but what I could, to pull everyone together to create something, a gem for Syracuse and the people for Syracuse. You know, an epic, a little indie epic, if you want to call it.
Okay, right here. And the premiere, which is actually the sneak peek, but you say everybody can come for free, is this Thursday, 6 o'clock at the Palace Theater.
Yep, and Ashley Cox from Professional Victims, Ant-Man, the Professional Victims, they'll all be performing before the movie begins, so their performance will probably begin a little after 6 o'clock. The movie begins at 7, do not be late. And afterwards, we're all celebrating. I'm going to be wiling out. I'll be very excited. Photo shoots, all kinds of fun stuff. The whole cast and crew will be there, so come hang with us.
All right, that's great. And I'll be there, of course, because, like I said, I'm part of it, so.
It's funny because, remember, we were playing around with your character even before we began filming the actual movie. And it ended up being, you have so many great lines throughout the film. It's one of the funniest characters, is this end-of-the-world DJ. The last person still DJing in the world is JusMic, and it's a lot of fun to watch that unfold, too.
Sweet. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh, yes. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna like it.
I haven't seen it at all, so I don't know. This is really cool, man. And so seriously, this is it's the kind of thing where we actually we being people in Central New York need something to do, need to get out and do things with other people in the community, something positive. So this is great. A movie about Syracuse. You take Thursday night, hang out a little bit, couple hours. Doors open at 6. Movie starts at 7 o'clock. It's free, so just come hang out, see what's going on, see your friends or somebody. You can laugh at them later if they say something funny in the movie or something like that. So this is really cool.
There will be an army of really respected, really talented artists there. The who's who of art in Syracuse, you would say. So come mingle with everyone, make a presence.
There you go. And again, Thursday, 6 o'clock, doors open at the Palace Theater. The movie is called The End.
The End, and in small words, of Syracuse, New York.
All right.
So, some people, not many, but maybe some would remember me from my music days, DooWiTTle, the rapper, the radio hijacker, all that stuff. But what ended up happening is I got very technical, and I'm a trained recording engineer. Most artists know that, and a lot of the same elements with music production really carry over into filmmaking. And that's when I started learning that and seeing that the same things in theory that I had known from producing music carried over into film and doing special effects, sound design, etc. Oh man, I felt like I found my calling. And we did some short films together, me and my wife and kids, and we actually won some awards for the short films. But me and Eliza, while she was attending Newhouse, we really wanted to team up and kind of filter a project through that avenue, through SU and Newhouse, and just do something beyond us. And so therefore this film was actually her thesis project for filmmaking at Newhouse. And they watched a rough cut at the end of the school year, of course, because we ended up, this film was in post for a year afterwards to really give it its finishing touches. But that's how we were able to do a lot of things that I think a lot of people will be very, very surprised. Like when you're watching an action scene, a carjacking scene in the middle of campus, and you're like, how did they get permission for that? Well, one, we didn't. Two, we pulled every card we had to smooth it out with SU. And when you're seeing all kinds, we bridged the gap with Newhouse and VPA, which means that we pulled a lot of people from Syracuse Stage into it, very talented actors. When you see the performances, you won't believe it. And it was on trust too. We had very little resources behind this. That's why I call it guerrilla filmmaking. That's a term, I don't know if a lot of people are using it, but I am, starting now. I am a guerrilla filmmaker, hear me roar. And what that really means, to sum it up, it's when you're doing a lot with a little. But I would go even further to say that it's when it's any means necessary, no holds barred, no law will stop you, no one can stop you from achieving your vision. And if you know about filmmaking, it takes so much. I mean, you're working with an army of people, limited resources, all kinds of tedious details on computers, lots of stuff there, and it takes an animal. And that's what I've become. Some call me insane, I call me a guerrilla filmmaker.